Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Friday night. Hopefully the microphone's on. Looks like it is.
Yeah.
I always have to check like before. Who knows what it does? I don't know what it does.
We're getting ready to go out. We're going to go out to the club tonight.
Yeah, so we can't be on too long tonight. Maybe like...
We're about an hour.
Hour-ish or something like that, because we got to start getting ready to head out. It's Memento Mori. It's the 10th anniversary.
It's ridiculous.
Tonight. I can't believe it's been going on for
it seems like we just started that shit with him.
Yeah.
10 years.
This is the third location, but, you know.
It's the same night. It's the same clientele.
Yep. They're selling t-shirts tonight, too. I don't know what they look like, though. I think they're $20.
Yeah. Okay.
But, you know. I don't know.
We'll see what they look like.
We'll see what they look like.
Yeah.
They said they didn't have that many, but you know what I mean. I didn't get one of the... Well, did we get some of the last ones? I think he gave us...
he gave it to us for free.
He gave us free ones like last time. But, yeah. But, yeah, so, hey, everybody. It's
who's in here? Everybody's showing up.
Everybody's here. CD's here. Magda's here. Zach is here. SideQuest Hero's here. Phantom is here. Also, before we get too far into it, I wanted to specifically shout out, there's a guy named James that has been messaging me, you know, and he's like, I feel really bad. I can't really afford to, you know, give you super chats or Patreon or anything like that. But he's been watching all of the videos and like commenting like in my email about different movies and stuff like that. So I thought that I would just give him a little shout out.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Hey, James, how are you?
Thank you for the interaction.
Yeah. That's like pretty cool. And he said, he had just watched the Pulse shooting show that we did on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Where we went off on a bunch of tangents, but you know, we usually do. We kind of stayed sort of adjacent to the topic.
I thought it was, I remember it as being a good show.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
I was kind of loaded at the end, but yeah, it was all right.
Well, what else is new?
Yep.
What else is new? But yeah, I thought it turned out pretty good. But like, I at least got through all of my shit. Like, I wasn't skipping through things to be like, oh no, like we're not gonna make it. You know what I mean? It's like when I'm getting too drunk to read like toward the end. But I don't usually get that drunk. But you know, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, we can't get too fucked up on this show because we gotta drive like after this.
Yeah.
Tom got to tighten my corset, and then he's got to go put the new seat covers in the car.
They're seat cushions. They're like over cushions. They match the gray leather and shit. But the thing is that leather in Florida is fucking miserable. It's either freezing cold when you get in it, or it's fucking super hot. You can't have exposed skin on leather. Here, you get in that car and it's hot. It's like you're sitting on a frying pan. So they got these little things that I bought for the bucket seats. You know, we'll see what they're like. They didn't cost that much. I think they were like $60 or something.
Yeah, we'll see. I just
they
saw,
had
like,
good reviews.
Picture of them,
they were kind of universal, you know, for any car. But we'll see. And got my new motorcycle tires. Got 2 of them today.
Yeah, so that's probably what you'd be doing tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, sometimes I have time. Yeah. Maybe not this weekend. Maybe like on a Monday.
Yeah.
We don't have anything else to do because the tires I have will serve for now. But I don't know if you guys are into motorcycle tires, but I never bought this particular brand and model. I got some Pirelli Angel STs, which is this. It's a really nice street tire. I was running Michelin Pilot Power 2s. They were fucking super expensive, and they wore out quickly because it's real soft compound. And I don't need that much grip on that XP9. I don't need that much traction. I'm not going that fast. I don't go over 100 miles an hour very often.
Very often.
Yeah, I do. It's not on that bike. So then, so I went to Michelin Road 2s. And the Road 2s are great. I couldn't break traction on the Road 2 either. I'd lean it way over in the apex and just fucking jam my throttle. But even all that 80-something foot-pounds of torque out of that fucking Buell XB9, I couldn't break traction. So, but the Road 2's wearing out. Got a hole in one of them, and I fucking patched it temporarily. I didn't patch it. I plugged it. So you're not supposed to ride with a plugged tire, so I had to get some new ones. Even though I rode it for a while like that. I did it anyway. It's just, it was holding air, so, you know, whatever. But they say that the Angel STs are about like a Road 2. but people like Pirelli, you know. But it's not the Scorpions and it's not the Diablos. They got the fucking Angels. We'll see. I don't know if anybody that's listened to me's ever ridden on those.
TV says, Jenny, you look like a goth nun. A sexy goth nun.
Yeah. She's got a cute wig that I just bought her.
Yeah, this is a Lydia Dietz wig, but we kind of...
She modified it.
Adjusted
Give him a little bit of profile.
Bit.
It's got a big ponytail in the back.
Yeah, like you can't really... Can you kind of see it?
Yeah.
I can't see what I'm doing.
It's got a big ponytail on the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's got bangs that are down like that, but it's like they were kind of long, and I didn't really want to cut them, so I just like swept into the side.
Yeah, I saw that thing, and it was a good quality Lydia wig from fucking Beetlejuice.
Yeah, like the first Beetlejuice.
Yeah, the first Beetlejuice, and I'm like, Jen could probably do something with that because I knew she wouldn't wear it as it was. She changed it. She changed the bangs up.
Yeah, because I'm like sitting there going, as cool as her hair was in the original Beetlejuice, it's like you can't really go out with that like unless it's a costume.
This is a costume, right?
Because everybody would be like, "What?" It's the same reason you can't really go out with like a Wednesday Addams
or Elvira
or something like that. It's like because everybody just think you're
like, where's the rest of the costume?
Right, which is kind of lame. So, yeah, he got me another one too that was kind of like that was the one that I wore on Friday or Wednesday night.
Last show,
yeah, like the black and red one.
Black one with red highlights that turned out pretty good.
And that's like a cut that I don't have.
She didn't have that cut, yeah.
But
it's kind of like a fucking 70s / early 80s like death rock cut.
Yeah, I think Zach was saying when I wore it last time that he was saying he wondered how I would look like in a Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah.
Like
gothic
blonde
Farrah Fawcett
blowout or something. I'm not real sure. I'm trying to remember like what I probably had some pretty tragic hair in the 70s. Although I don't think it was as tragic because I was still a kid. I don't think it was as tragic as some other people's. I did have like feathered hair though. Everybody had feathered hair. But I didn't have a mullet or nothing. When I was in high school, I actually had the sides shaved, and then the front was spiky, and then the long was back. So I guess that's technically kind of a mullet. I probably got a picture somewhere. But I'm trying to think. And then for a while, I had like a perm, but because I kind of wanted curly hair, but my hair does not want to curl. My great aunt was a hairdresser, and every now and then I come over and be like, I want beautiful like ringlets, like Nellie Olson.
Yeah.
And like she would try to do it and it would look awesome for like a day. And then the next day I would like brush it or wash it and it just went and it just fell back out again.
Yeah.
So she gave up. My hair is just not curly. It just doesn't want to do it.
All right. So this is a Sidetracks show, and if you're new to the show, on Friday we usher you out into the weekend. It's kind of like an open night, no open lines Friday. It's an easy show for us to do. Everybody does open lines on a Friday. So it's kind of like that. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. You can just drop it in the comment section. We'll respond to it. Of course, super chats will get priority. And of course, we have a lot of subscribers on here too. Patreon subscribers.
Which we always appreciate.
Yeah, which we always appreciate that. We got a lot of people on Patreon that send us stuff. So.
Yeah, Burley said cool outfit, thank you very much. I actually I got the little cross, and I have these pants that are like kind of velvety, and they also have sparkly silver crosses on them, and I actually had them on first, but then I've lost a little bit of weight since I bought those, so they're slightly loose.
Yeah,
I put them on, and I was like in the bathroom, like you probably would have laughed at me, you weren't here, but I was jumping up and down, and they're kind of like scooting down. I was like, man, I'm gonna be yanking those up all night.
Yeah.
So I got like tight.
Yeah, and her pants are bell bottoms. They're black translucent bell bottoms. You can see right through them. So you can see her underwear.
Yeah.
She's not wearing a G-string though, but
no, I'm not gonna do that.
But
I'm not going that far.
She's not going that far.
But I have like little boy shorts that have like a pattern on them.
Yeah.
That are kind of up my butt crack, so I might have to like.
You might have to adjust on.
Yeah, I mean it's not too bad.
Okay.
John Gora says just saw Irreversible the other day. Great movie. That is a great movie. But holy crap. That's pretty fucked up to watch. Like I said, I have a hard time like watching rape movies, and the rape in that one is like pretty fucking bad. It's pretty fucking bad. That's a French movie, but yeah, I think I did a review of it like a while back. I watched one today. I don't know why. Like for some reason, because I'm on a couple horror groups like on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, and for some reason, like some people had discovered this one on Tubi that was called Playground. There's a couple movies called that, but this one specifically was from 2016, and it was a Polish movie. And people were talking about it's like, man, this was so fucked up and everything like that. And I said, well, now I kind of want to see it. And they said, well, it's based on a true story. It's based on the Jamie Bulger murder. Do you remember that? Like those two British kids that kidnapped that little 3-year-old. I think he was 3, like from the mall.
Yeah, and they killed him. Yeah,
and then like they beat his head in with a rock and then put him on a train track. So it's based on that, but it's like set in Poland. Yeah. So it wasn't as, I mean, it was disturbing, obviously, but I think that since I knew that it was based on that case, so I knew what was coming. And the way that they shot it, because I'm sitting there going, they're not going to show that fucking shit close up or anything like that, because that would be fucked up. But they didn't. Like, because I kind of like the way they did it. But honestly, like, most of the movie was just kind of like the kids just, like, doing normal shit. And I think that was kind of what they were trying to get at, was like, hey, these are just like 2 normal kids going about their normal ass day. But then like every now and then you would get this like little hint that they're, oh hey, maybe they're sociopaths. And then like at the end they're just like got bored and like, hey, there's a little kid, let's go get that kid. Yeah. And then took him just like the real kids did. Yeah. So it's not as disturbing to watch. Maybe I'm jaded, I don't know. So it's not as disturbing as I was led to believe. But it's still kind of disturbing. Because, like I said, they don't show it close up or anything like that. Like, it's at a distance. But
there was 2 of those cases, I think, in England. Wasn't that in England where that little girl fucking cut the little boy's dick off and then killed
Mary
him?
Bell, yeah.
Yeah, and then what's funny is that, you know...
She was 10.
Yeah, she was 10 when she did that to that little boy.
Fucking bizarro.
Yeah, I'd have to kill her. I couldn't let her...
I mean,
I'd have to kill her. She was old enough to know what the fuck was going on.
That's what I mean.
And those other little boys, I probably would have killed them too. I'm not into this. Just they're minors. They don't know what they're doing. I don't care if they don't know what they're doing. They can't be around.
I mean, the thing about it is like
they're too dangerous to be left alive.
Yeah, like if you, and especially like in Mary Bell's case, in those kids, those fuckers that did that to Jamie Bulger, they weren't 5. Yeah. Yeah, they were old enough to know.
And that girl cut one boy's dick off and then let him live. He lived the rest of his life without a dick.
It was pretty messed up. Yeah, we did a show. I think we did a show. We might have done both of those cases on the same show, because I think we did like a Killer Children.
Yeah, he was a little kid. He was like 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Yeah. And then like the boy she killed, she was being nice to him and told him to fucking lay down, and she strangled him, stabbed him, and strangled him to death. And he was about that too, wasn't he? 3, 4, 5, something like that.
He was a lot lower.
I don't know if she cut his dick off though, did she?
I don't remember what she did, but didn't she like did she carve her initials in him or something like that? Yeah, I can't remember like all the exact details.
Yeah, she did some weird shit to him first,
and it's like that is a disturbed person, and I'm not really sure if
you can't let them walk around.
I'm not really sure if that can improve.
No,
like something that extreme. Showing up that early.
They might grow out of it. I don't give a fuck if they grow out of it. I don't give a fuck. It's too much of a risk. Too much. It's the same thing if they're killing animals. You know, it's just too much of a risk.
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
They got a thing in China because there's no animal rights in China at all. They do fucking nasty shit. And I'm not really big on the Chinese, their attitude towards animals. Now they're not all like that, you know, but. There's killing animals for no reason. There's no penalty for it in China, and there's evidently young guys, you know, teenagers running around doing things like making videos of them fucking burning kittens alive and stomping them to death and shit, and the authorities just like, oh well, it's just cats. And I'm like, you know what the fuck you're talking about? Those people are fucking nuts. Dudes that do that grow up to doing that to humans, or fucking, you know.
Well, yeah.
So you can't, you know.
That's
where they start.
That's what I mean. That's why, like, nowadays, if you have kids doing that, then they're going to put you somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they know how that ends up.
And the way China is, you know, they don't have guns, but they have these guys that'll do these damn mass attacks on little children with knives. That's their thing there. You know what I mean? Over here, we might have, like, a school shooter. That motherfucker goes crazy, and he decides to shoot up his classroom because they were bullying him, crap like that. In China, a dude loses his job and he just can't get married, or he's kind of a loser. He'll take a knife and jump over a fence and get into a fucking preschool and fucking stab 20, 30 kids. And I've seen videos of the police trying to deal with it, and it's like Keystone Cops. They got guns. They're afraid to approach a man with a knife. They're afraid to kill that guy, and he's killing little children. It's just, I just don't understand it, man. Fucking, it's ridiculous. And it's not just what. Actually, it wasn't a school stabbing. The video that I saw, he was in a store stabbing people, and they got him cornered, and it was like the Keystone Cops, man. At least here in Florida, they just run in there with gangbusters and just fucking light you up with AR-15s. They don't fucking play here. If you just act like you're gonna kill somebody, they kill you. Just watched a video today where dude was fucking standing on the side of a fucking corner. He looked like a little Fred Two-Step. We call him Two-Step. Why? It looked like Two-Step standing on the side of the corner of a fucking of a neighborhood, houses behind him and everything, and he pulls a gun on the cops, and the cops fucking slam on. There's 2 cop cars. They slam on their brakes. They both come rolling out of there with AR-15s and light him up at 100 yards away. That's how far away that dude was. They just gunned him down because he pointed a gun at him. I don't know if that was Florida though.
Yeah, it could have been. Mango said, I need to watch Irreversible, been on my watch list for ages. Having said that, I have so much to watch and catch up on. I've seen most of the quote-unquote New French Extremity. I think the only one I haven't seen is Inside. I've seen, like, parts of it. I know what it's about. You have to really kind of be in the mood to watch one of those. Like, I finally got around to watching Martyrs, the original one. I don't give a fuck about the remake. Because they did a American remake, I think, but I watched the original one, which I think is from 2008, and yeah, you really that shit's pretty soul crushing. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like I said, Americans make some fucked up movies, but the French, that's a whole other level. Their horror movies are like a whole other level. I don't know why, but they are just like not. They will just show the most fucked up shit in their movies, and they do not even care. Somebody said, Mango also said, there's Mad Link said, Nosferatu was much better the second time viewing. It's incredible, actually. And then Mango said, Nosferatu is amazing. Will more than likely be my film of the year. Did you guys see that Demi Moore won the Golden Globe for The Substance? I was so fucking happy.
Yeah, she deserved it.
I was so happy to see that.
What does the Golden Globe actually mean? What's that for?
Well, that's kind of like, it's kind of like the Oscars. It's like the Oscars before the Oscars.
Okay.
But it's given out by a different body.
So she kind of got it was for a supporting act or best actress. Yeah, she was fucking excellent in that movie.
That was such a good fucking.
If you
movie.
Haven't seen The Substance,
it's
you gotta
so crazy.
It's fucking nuts. It's a great horror movie / sci-fi drama. Weird about this woman who she's a celebrity. She has her own fitness program. It's been on fucking cable TV for fucking ever. She's got a huge fandom. But she knows that they're getting ready to retire her, and it's played by fucking what's her name again? You just said her name.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. She's playing a 50-year-old, but she's actually 60-something years old.
61, 62.
That's how old she is. And they show her in this movie,
she's naked
in
like
a bunch of nude scenes.
Pretty much half of it.
And she's playing a 50-year-old, and she actually comes off as a fucking pretty hot fucking 50-year-old. She looks great.
Yeah, I bought it. I knew she was older than that, but it's like I bought it.
Yeah, she did a great job on that movie. Her acting is really good, and she ends up getting involved with this weird underground group that's going to give her this fucking substance that will kind of like make her young, but that's not really what it does. It does it in a different way. It's fucking bizarre, and
that's one way to put it.
Right, and then she starts breaking the rules that they told her to do, and it goes fucking bad. It goes really bad.
Well, yeah, if everybody just followed the rules in horror movies, then nothing would happen.
She started breaking the rules. Yeah, instead of making you young, what it did was you injected the shit, and then you fell down on the ground, and you split it into two, and it just like the way fucking an egg does when it starts dividing. You split it into it, and it makes another one of you.
Yeah, but except younger and hotter.
Except it's younger and hotter and more idealized than you are. And but the thing is that only one of them can be awake at a time. So how long was it? 1 week on and 1 week off?
Yeah, 7 days. It was 7 days.
So the old one has to wake, can be active for a week, but then the young one is sleeping during that time. And then when the week is over, they switch out. Well, the younger one's fucking nuts. The younger one she gets her own show. Because
it was the same show.
It's the same show. She just takes over. Yeah, she takes over, And she wants more time because she's got to do all these fucking big events because she's like the hottest thing around. And you can get more time than that 1 week, but every time you do that, it fucks up the one you're stealing time from, and it fucking snowballs. It's a fucking badass, and it goes in a direction. I'm watching it happening on the movie and goes, man, this is fucking great. This is a fucking great idea. It was good. It's a good movie. And then that bitch takes a turn that it gets crazy. I did not expect
it.
Yeah.
But I was into it. Like, I'm not, because I saw some people that were like, they hated the ending. No, I loved it. It just went balls to the wall. It went balls
to the fucking wall.
And I was like, all right, I see what you did there. I like that.
I thought it was a great flick.
I like that. Well, that's the thing. Here's what's funny, and I think
it's up there with Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, and I said that. Well, that was my top 2 of the year. Late Night with the Devil was number 1, and Substance was number 2, and Heretic was number 3.
Nosferatu too.
Yeah, that was in my top 10.
Yeah.
So
even though that would have been this year, not last year, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Well, no. It started on Christmas.
So that's the last.
So
time.
It's 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did a video of like my favorite 20 horror movies of the year that I'd seen. I know that there's some that I didn't see, and I think I said this in the thing because when we first saw The Substance in the theater, I don't think there was a significant percentage of the audience that were not expecting it to be as gruesome as it was. Yeah. Like when some of this stuff started happening, they were like, what? Like they were flipping out. And it's funny because I was talking to my friend Roxanne at Barbarella, and her and Dr. Michael had gone to see The Substance. And she knew it was a horror. She loves horror movies, but she doesn't like gore. Yeah. And so she was like looking at me with her eyes all big, stuff like that. She's like, did you know it was going to... She's like, holy shit. Like, I didn't know it was going to be like that. Because I was like, it's body horror. Like, it gets pretty fucking nasty.
That actually should have been a Cronenberg flick.
Yeah.
Cronenberg could have done that. Like, especially the old... Well, either one of the Cronenbergs could probably come up with some shit like that. It was wild.
I mean, remember the scene with the turkey leg or the chicken leg?
Yeah.
And like people in the theater were like, ah! They were flipping out. It was like so funny.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I guess they weren't ready. They weren't ready like, for where this movie was going.
And then they had that wild motherfucker playing her manager. What was that guy's name?
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, fucking gross as fuck in it. It's just fucking disgusting. Yeah. In every way. Just this slimy... fucking Hollywood fucking manager type dude.
Yeah, he's just
television.
He's just a pig.
He's a television. He's just a fucking fucking greasy eating his fucking. It's just bizarre. It's a great movie. Great movie.
Oh my god.
I want to own that one actually.
I do too. I was because we saw it twice. But
yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching that one again. That was like super entertaining.
And she finds out she's not the only one doing this program. Yeah. It was another one that fucking told her about it. Gave her a fucking DVD. You could play it. And it was fucking...
Not a DVD, it was a thumb drive.
It was a thumb drive, that's right.
Yeah. DVD.
I guess it was a thumb drive. She put a thumb drive in there and it played a commercial. I just remember that it played a video commercial.
Yeah.
And explaining about the substance, what the substance does. It sounds like something out of a fucking LA cult, which I guess that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a rich cult either, evidently, because fucking... she had to go to this fucking back alley place and go through a fucking door that didn't work, and there was just like a white fucking room with some screens, and you could open a box. It's kind of like that Amazon return I went to today. I went in there, weren't any people there. I just fucking showed it the box, it scanned it, and it opened up.
Look at the box machine.
It opened up a fucking a door to the fucking box, and I just put it in the box, and it says your return is complete.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, yeah, we don't usually, because we do Amazon returns all the time. Well, not all the time, but like, occasionally. And usually you can just go to the UPS store or wherever the fuck. You just take it up there that's next to the seafood restaurant, and they'll take it back. But for whatever reason, this one, the return, you had to go to the Amazon hub.
Yeah.
In Apopka.
It was a bigger box.
Which is about 20 miles from here. So.
Yeah, but I know where that is now.
It wasn't as far as I thought. I didn't even realize that big, huge fucking Amazon hub was there.
Yeah.
Like, because we go that way, like, to the club, but we're on the other side on the toll road.
Yeah.
We don't usually take the street roads like that.
Mentioned that Beetlejuice 2 was good. It was good. Yeah.
It didn't end up in my top 20, but I did like it.
It was good, yeah.
There was just so many other ones to pick from. And to be honest with you, I don't really consider Beetlejuice 2 a horror movie. That's not a horror movie.
Kind of like a comedy.
Yeah, it had horror elements, but it's a comedy. It's not. I didn't really consider that a horror movie. So that's kind of what I used to justify it. And if you saw the other day, like I put up a review of a movie called Daddy's Head, and then I was just like, well, shit, I saw that one after I did that video, and I was like, crap, that probably would have been in the top 22. I don't know which one I would have knocked off, but that one was actually really good. That was a British film, but I don't know. I got to do some more. I don't, like I said, I watched that movie Playground today, but I don't know if I'm going to do a review on it just because it wasn't really a horror movie. It was kind of more a drama. I was just kind of curious because all these people were saying how disturbing it was, and it was free on Tubi. So, but like I said, it's mostly just, hey, here's these kids doing normal kid things, and then, oh, by the way, they kidnapped a 3-year-old and bashed his head in with a rock and then put him on a train track. You know what I mean? So it's like based on a real case. So, I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, are those little fuckers are still in jail, aren't they?
Who? I don't know.
Mary Bell, I think they let out later.
Yeah.
But they changed her identity and shit. I don't think she did anything after, but I'd kind of be more willing to trust a girl, but like the shit that she did though, man, that's fucked up. Ooh, we got a super chat. Thank you very much. The difference. Pro wrestler from MA Jenny, we chatted and talked about Perfect Blue and Fade to Black on Instagram. You guys always cheer me up. Tom looking big as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Did we ever review Perfect Blue? Because I think we watched it.
MA is Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a pro wrestler?
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Send me your information. I can see your work.
Yeah. Tom will size you up.
Yeah. I'll get big. Fucking, I entered all my statistics into the fucking Google AI, that AI thing. It says, what kind of dude is this? And it goes, this is either a professional athlete or a fucking, or a bodybuilder. It says these kind of, these kind of numbers is what it says.
And then you're in my office and told me.
Yeah. And then fucking, I have a 15-inch bicep. But
yeah, we had to get the thing.
But the standard, those you made it when you got 20-inch biceps. But if you look at the details, the dudes that have the 20-inch biceps they're talking about are about 5'10", or 5'10". I'm only 5'6". So I asked the fucking AI to go through the shit and said, are my proportions similar to a guy that has 20-inch arms at my height? And it said, yeah, it's about the same size arm. But that's what AI said. So I was like, okay. So I achieved it. I'm gonna get bigger though. Not much bigger, but I'll make it sound bigger.
It kind of made me think that I'm gonna go on ChatGPT and give it all of my not necessarily physical characteristics, but just all of the shit about me and be like, am I an awesome person?
Yeah. I'm not sure I can do that. I don't know how
and see what it says. You can ask it whatever you want. I don't know what it's gonna answer, but you know what I mean? Honestly, like all I use ChatGPT for is sometimes I use it like just to write the little summary for the shows. Depends on what the topic is.
Yeah.
And I use it a lot for prompts, like for horror stories. Like, hey, give me 20 prompts for horror stories about this. You know what I mean? A lot of them are not good, but sometimes it comes up with good.
Yeah. I gave it all that shit, and I said, what percentage of the world's population has these statistics, basically? And it said 0.05%, about around 0.0. In other words, 0.5% of the world's population.
So you can go around telling people how
meets or exceeds my specification. So yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, I made it.
You made it.
I made it.
Top of the world, man.
Yeah.
Mango says Mary Bell was released in 1980. I thought she was. Like, they released her when she was an adult. But like I said, I think they changed her. Because that happened a long time ago. That was like... When did that Mary Bell shit happen? In the 50s, right? When in the 50s? Or the 60s?
The girl who cut off the dick?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I thought it was 70s, wasn't it?
I thought it was earlier than that. I don't remember. Because like all the pictures of her were black and white. Mm-hmm. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the case in a long time.
That's just so weird. You just usually don't see a little girl.
Yeah.
That's why she's so famous, I guess, because it's like you don't really fucking... Yeah, 1960s. You don't see a little girls doing shit like that. You know what I mean? Between her and that crazy chick that what was her name? The one that that Boomtown Rats song "I Don't Like Mondays" was based on. The one that was just like shooting at the school, like from her window. And they asked her why she did it, and she said, "I don't like Mondays."
Yeah.
What was that bitch's name? I thought we did a show about her, but I can't remember what her name is. I was just thinking of her the other day because I have that song on my Spotify.
Yeah.
Because I like that song actually.
So I guess the difference is the name of that wrestler. His name is The Difference.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a great name actually.
Yeah. And here comes the difference.
We're making the difference.
Yeah.
There's all kind of shit you could do with that. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I think that's what he's talking about.
Mm. That's pretty cool.
The difference.
Yeah. Oh, CB's telling me about the Jamie Bulger case. John Venables is still in prison, and Robert Thompson is out of prison. John Venables got sent back. He got caught with child porn. Oh, well. Shocker. He's a terrible person. I mean, like I said, I can't remember how old they were when they did that shit, but they were for sure old enough to know better, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Once you're kind of like I said, unless you're fucking 5 or something like that, yeah, maybe you get it past then because 5-year-olds are idiots. But like, once you're 10, 11, 12, yeah, you know what you're doing.
I was pretty wild at that age, but never did it even cross my mind. Hey, let's kill let's kill another little kid.
That's what I'm saying.
That never even crossed my mind.
Well, happily, it doesn't cross most people's minds.
Yeah.
That's why everyone was so fucking horrified by it because it's just like, who the fuck thinks like that? Nobody.
Yeah.
Except
psychopaths.
And
then there was 2 of them, so there was like a synergy going on.
Yeah, like I said, it was just like, and that kind of shit fascinates me. That's why we've done so many like killer couples kind of shows. Is I'm really fascinated by. Because sociopaths, well, I don't want to say sociopaths are rare, because I don't think they are. But sociopaths that do that kind of shit are fairly rare. And the fact that they would be able to find somebody that would do the same shit as them, or maybe even worse, that's kind of like really fascinating to me. You know? They were 10 years old, says CB, and first released when they were 21. But one of them went back in.
Oh, one of the boys?
Because of kitty prawns.
Yeah.
They found him with kitty prawns.
So he had issues, yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. American Military said, was the Mary Bell case the basis for the movie and book The Bad Seed? You know what? I wouldn't have thought so because I thought the book came out in the late 50s. But I could be totally misremembering that.
That's a good one. Let me read what Victor said. Victor Garcia came up with some cool shit. That's some funny shit.
What? Oh, I used ChatGPT to write gay fan fiction between Zach and Slater from Saved by the Bell. Yeah. Did it come up with anything good?
Yeah.
I don't want to see gay porn between those two.
Do a gay fan fiction. Yeah.
It'll do some interesting shit, but it's just kind of like... I don't know. Yeah, Brenda Spencer. That was that girl's name that shot out the window.
I've seen some fucking AI generated trailers for famous movies, but they programmed it to fucking for the movie to be released in another era, like the 1950s.
Yeah.
So there was 1950s Star Wars, and they showed and there's like a guy doing a voiceover talking about fucking Darth Vader and his struggle for the Death Star and all that kind of stuff. And when they're showing, you can see it's on YouTube. When they're showing the Darth Vader, the Stormtroopers, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, you can kind of recognize them by like their guns and their clothes, but the faces are different. It's like they're played by different actors, and everything would have been like 1950s style, like 50s fucking.
It's really cool looking.
50s sci-fi, yeah. It was pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, I'd watch that movie.
I would too.
Yeah, even some of the.
Somebody should really make that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a reboot of Star Wars, but it's like
a 50s sci-fi.
Like it was a 50s sci-fi.
That would be rad.
Yeah, it was black and white.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Difference gave us another super chat. Thank you very much.
So what's the difference? Say?
Said, I'm pretty much Ben Stiller from Dodgeball.
I don't know.
And no, but it's purposely confusing, and I love your drunk take on it. I love you guys. Aw.
Thank you.
CB said Tommy would be very popular in a gay bar. Oh, yeah.
I'm a popular in gay bars. I go to them. Me and Jen go to them.
Yeah.
Hadn't been in a while.
It's that tight little booty. That's what it is.
No, it's just, look.
Just teasing. You do have a tight little booty, though.
For people who, aren't regular club goers, and, me and Jen are kind of fucking in the club promotion business as part of what we do. One of the things that she does. You go to those clubs, and first of all, if you're a straight guy and you go to the club, you have your girlfriend with you or a girl with you, you'll have fucking fun. If you're a single guy, I don't know how you're going to get in there and fucking kind of. They're not going to go, hey, you're not gay, you can't be in here. They won't be like that. Because that happens.
Get out of here, breeder.
Yeah, you can't. It's just not like that. If you're cool, you can do anything you want in those clubs. And as a single guy, I would go to them to meet women, because those gay guys bring all their female friends and shit. And there's a lot of fucking cool chicks in there. And they're just partying, And it's a club like any other, and the patrons are just like patrons, any other patrons, except one thing that's different about gay patrons in a club is that they're less likely to be violent. They're not assholes. They tend to be pretty cool. They're not there to fight. Unless you're going to a gay bondage club like the Ramrod, you know what I mean? And they're fighting over each other's asses and shit, They're fucking some crap, they're fucking
well, they don't have to fight over the asses, though, because it's like everyone can just...
It might be play fighting. You never can tell.
Sure.
You never can tell. It's just leather daddy shit. But they're not as fucking. Well, for us, they're not as strange as probably a lot of fucking normie straight people would think. It's just the same kind of shit that happens in straight clubs.
I find normies strange.
Yeah. If you go into a normie meat market, those places, first of all, they fucking suck.
The fuck is this?
The music tends to be bad.
This is terrible.
It's like amateur hour. It's like these people never go out on the weekends. You're like, don't you know how to behave in a club? They fucking fight over nothing. Stupid shit. And like I said, the music sucks. It's just not a fucking straight meat markets are like at the bottom of the fucking list. I would never go to those.
No.
But in the times that I did in the past, like in the fucking 90s, go to a fucking straight meat market, met somebody every time I went. Easy.
Because they were probably like me, and they were like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and that was another thing is that, well, what happens is that they're very kind of normal, average, normie chicks, working class or lower middle class. Then you find out they have all these little problems, like with their jobs, and it just becomes this mundane, you know what I mean? And it's not like goth girls. Goth girls bring their own little fucking signature to everything,
We got flair.
I like goth girls better. Yeah, much better. They're harder to get.
We just got that something extra.
They got higher standards, you know what I mean?
Big time.
And they tend to be more intelligent, but a lot of them also tend to be fucking problematic. There's a lot of them that are a little bit loopy, and you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? And you like they're kind of, some of them are flaky.
I don't know if that's any more prevalent than in regular.
I think it's less prevalent.
Club scenes.
I think it's less prevalent.
Most people I know that I've met in the goth scene, young, old, or whatever, are fairly well adjusted.
Yeah, funny. Usually funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of them have jobs. Most of them, there's a couple fuck ups in there, but not many.
Most of them have a good sense of humor. But they also have, look, you got, me and Jenna would be the first one to admit, they have a cultish behavior. If you're an outsider, you're a normie in there, they're not even going to look at you.
Well, because we've had a lot of bad experiences.
That happens all, yeah.
And it's like, goth girls get fetishized by normie dudes. And a lot of goth women are sick of that.
Yeah, and they also have misconceptions.
So they also have, like, walls up.
Yeah, they have misconceptions about goth girls.
Yeah.
There's a lot of goth girls in the adult entertainment industry, in porn. And they kind of keep their goth image. But most girls that are in the goth scene they're not porn stars.
No, of course not. That's what I mean. But I think that some
it's
dudes...
not that mentality.
Because I see that sometimes, like normie looking dudes, like, oh, I
Yeah.
want a goth girlfriend. And goth girls are just like, fuck all the way off.
You don't want a normie boyfriend.
You get that all the time. I mean, it's very rare. I have seen it happen.
Okay.
I have seen some goth chicks like go out with normie looking dudes, but it doesn't usually last that long.
The guy that you used to kind of like sell the drinks at the old Barbarella, who was into bodybuilding, and we would talk about fucking
Yeah.
high performance drugs and
Yeah, I
everything.
remember that guy.
His girlfriend was a real goth chick, and
Yeah.
she was cute.
Yeah, she's super cool.
Cute and real fucking cool, and she was in love with that dude, and he was a jock, but he was a cool fucking jock. He was
Yeah.
really cool. He liked, and he knew goth industrial music. He knew who fucking Skinny Puppy was. I mean, she showed him all the
Yeah,
music.
he wasn't like clueless.
He wasn't clueless. He knew exactly what
and
was
he
going
was
on.
interested in some of the same kind of shit
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
was into too. So
Yeah, but he was a big blonde, 6'1", fucking muscular jock. And but you know, he wasn't. He was. I wouldn't call him mundane, no,
no.
because he had an open mind about things. It was, oh yeah, no, I like you guys.
Yeah, it's like that's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. I guess like when you say it like that, like yeah, if you wanted to categorize him as something, yeah, I guess you would kind of call him a jock because he was into that kind of stuff. But I would have not categorized because to him he didn't really stand out. To me, he didn't really stand out as that different.
Well, I would talk to him a lot. He was in high school. That would have been a jock. And he still kind of had a lot of jock look to him.
Yeah.
His clothes, his fucking build, his fucking, his hair and everything. But, no, he loved the goth scene, and he's fucking way into his girlfriend. He was super impressed with her. Let me see if I can find a picture of her.
Yeah, so, like, it does happen, but it's kind of unusual. Like I said, because there's the fetishes, the fetishizing issue, which is very tiresome.
Do you remember what her name was?
Oh, shit. I'd know if I saw it, but it's like I'm kind of...
She works at the Falcon.
Yeah, that's right. Shit, we see her all the time. What the fuck?
Yeah,
we know
I'm
so
drawing
many
a
people.
blank on her name.
Yeah, I am too. But yeah, it's but what was I saying?
I don't know about fucking normies.
Yeah, so I was just kind of like, so it does happen, but it's kind of unusual because the thing about it is that you have the fetishizing issue, and it's like those dudes, they don't care about the music or the culture or anything like that. They just think it looks hot, and that's all they give a shit about. So it's like if you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody and they don't give one single fuck about anything that you like, or you don't have anything in common, then that's really not gonna last that long.
That's her right there. The Falcon uses her on a lot of advertisements.
Yeah, that's right.
her.
Man, we need to go back to the Falcon.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
We haven't been in a long time.
Let me see if I can.
The Falcon is a cool place. It's a tiny.
It's a beer
bar. It's a bar.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a beer bar with good music.
Yeah, they have like artisan beer and stuff like that. But like, I don't know if they still do Uberbahn on Friday nights.
Yeah, with what's his name?
Nick Mariano.
Nick, yeah.
Like he would play like old
Yeah.
death rock and cold wave and like all that kind of stuff, and it was really cool. Like you can't really dance there. There's not really a lot of room. But like I said, it's a tiny little narrow bar. But it's kind of a cool place to hang out if you don't want to dance. They do have bands there. Like a Starry Night played there a few times and stuff like that, but it's tiny. So it's like there's one little circle of floor, like where the band plays, and then everyone's just kind of crammed in there, like looking in the windows. You know what I mean?
I forgot what her name was though. I was seeing if anybody mentioned her, or if she mentioned anything on that flyer, but she didn't. Carol? No.
No, it's not that. I don't know anybody named Carol, I don't think.
Yeah. It was, just keep on going.
Terry said, what does it mean if you look like a normie but feel like a god?
Rain.
That's right.
Her name is Rain.
I knew it was something like
because they go, happy birthday, Rain. That's her. Her boyfriend's basically kind of a jock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's into some,
like
some of the same stuff.
Rain. That's right. I got her on my friends list.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that we don't police what people look like.
Yeah.
Like, we have a lot of friends that have been coming to Barbarella or something like forever. And if you just saw them in the street, they just look like normal ass people. You know what I mean? But they know all the music. They've been going to the club for like decades and all this other kind of shit. So you don't really have to look like it. As long as you like know what the deal is, you know.
That's Little Rain. See if I can find one of her boyfriend.
It's just the issue that we have, which we've brought up before, is that sometimes you go to places, not so much Barbarella's fine, but like you get a mannequins or something like that, you get like this whole contingent of jock people. What would you call a group of jocks? A strap of jocks?
Yeah.
A strap of jocks. And they all come in like in this big group, and then they immediately start harassing people.
His name is Ryan.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Ryan. That's her boyfriend.
They immediately start harassing people and like calling attention to themselves. Like they'll go in the middle of the dance floor, which is not huge, and they'll just like stand around, woo, doing dumb shit like that, making fun of people. Just, you know what I mean? It's so we've dealt with that for so many years that we're just kind of like, as soon as they walk in, we're just like, oh boy, here we go.
Ryan as a kid.
We got another super chat.
Okay, what do you say?
From The Difference.
The Difference, please, you say.
Favorite trippy movies, horror movies. I recommend Paper House. Ooh, that was a good one. I don't think I've done a review of it, but I've seen it. It's really good. Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, we have done a review of that. And Altered States. Yeah, we've done a review of that one too. Tom, what's your favorite horror nude scene? Mine's The Nurse and Dream Warriors. Ooh, horror
favorite nude scene.
I've always been a big fan of
horror. There's a couple of them.
You know the scene from, I think it was it the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, where Linnea Quigley gets on the that was Return of the Living Dead. Okay, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
but Linnea Quigley gets like impaled on the antlers. She wasn't totally naked. I think she was just topless. But that was one that always kind of stuck with me.
There's two that come to mind. One was, and these are the ones that I grew up with. One was the counselor chick from fucking Halloween 2 that walked out into the...
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th Part 2.
I know who you're talking about.
Who took her little booty shorts off and walked out into the damn water at night, the skinny dip. That scene, fucking me and my friends who were like in our early teens, we stayed up to not only to watch Friday the 13th 2, but to watch that scene. We're like, damn, look at her. We were probably about 14. That one, and also the one where that James Cameron flick, the very first one where the chick gets raped.
Galaxy of Terror.
Galaxy of Terror.
Where the woman gets raped by the giant...
The woman gets raped by a giant fucking caterpillar. Yeah. Giant worm. Yeah, that one. And it had her all lubed up with fucking grease and little suction cups rubbing on her boobs.
It is kind of hot.
Shit. Yeah, and then she gets off on it.
Yeah, at first she's like, oh no, but then she's like, oh wait.
But then it kills her. Well, she was afraid.
She's like, oh shit.
In that movie,
I was having a good time.
The evil force was reading people's minds and finding their deepest fears. And she was afraid of fucking squirmy worm thing. She hated that shit. And so I guess another part of the deepest fear is that she'd have a fear of being turned on by that.
Yeah,
might have been what it was.
That's a pretty complex scene to unpack.
Yeah, that one.
Mango says Barbara Crampton in From Beyond. That's right. She had that fetish gear on.
That's right. Not really a nude scene though.
Also, Barbara Crampton in Reanimator.
Yeah.
Where she was
kid's head by the fucking head.
By a severed head.
The thing is though, is that was she actually nude in the From Beyond scene? She was just wearing bondage gear, I think. I don't think she was nude.
Yeah. Wait, did you see her boobs in that?
You think, because it was so...
Like I said, she was for sure nude in Reanimator.
Yeah. But I don't think she was nude in From Beyond in that scene where she was fucking grinding on that black cop. Remember that dude?
Yeah, that's right.
What is that actor's name? He was cool as fuck whenever he'd show up. He showed up in the horror movies.
Was that Ken Foree?
Something like that. And I don't think she was nude, though. I think what it was is that the outfit was so sexy that she had on, especially if you were younger, a young guy back in the day, a teenager, that you thought you saw her nude. But I think she was just wearing a G-string and a fucking Merry Widow and fucking garter belts and a fucking corset and a bra. I think she had a bra on.
Then Mega said she was part nude in From Beyond. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it was just a G-string. You could see her from the back. She was in a G-string and all that gear.
Like I said, she was for sure naked in Reanimator. Yeah, she was they laid her out on the table.
Right.
And then the severed head. Well, the body brought his own severed head.
Yeah, you can follow her on Instagram. That woman's still cute as shit.
She is darling.
She's still cute, yeah.
She's so awesome.
She held up real well.
She's so awesome. Like, I love that every single picture of her, like, she's making that adorable face. She's always like,
yeah.
Like, in every single picture. It's so fucking cute. She's so fucking cute. Yeah, Phantom says, Barbara Crampton wants to remake Tourist Trap. She was also good in Castle Freak. Yeah, Castle Freak was great. Jeffrey Combs was in that.
She wants to actually remake it with her own money?
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be good.
Yeah, Mango said she's still hot as hell. She is.
Yeah.
She looks almost exactly the same. Like, you can tell she's, like, older, but not really. I mean, she still looks really good. She still looks really good. Because I think me and Tom are both on her Instagram. Victor says, I like jocks. Well, you're the only one. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just not, I mean, it's not really because I do not give a single fuck about sports or anything like that of any kind. So already, you know, there's a huge gap in, like, things we have in common, like, in things I don't give a shit about. So there's that. But honestly, like, if people are cool and if, like, they share some similarities and, like, you know, shit they like that I like too, then, you know, then I'll hang out with you. I don't care what you look like, you know what I mean? If you just look like normal or whatever. Because, like I said, some of our friends are actually just, like, normal looking. But they are into the same shit, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the difference. The only jocks we don't like is the ones that come in and, like, make spectacles of themselves and start, you know, sexually assaulting everyone within reach, which a lot of them do. You know, so we all got a little gun shy around them, you know, because I went to high school with a bunch of them too, and they were all kind of like that back then too, even in the 80s. Let's see. What did I say? Oh, John Robertson said, Tom, I finally managed to watch the Tom Baker era of Doctor Who. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Jenny, what if Peter Cushing played Doctor Who on the show and Christopher Lee is the master? It would be awesome. Oh, yeah, I would watch the shit out of that.
Now who said that?
John Robertson.
John, yeah. Which episode did you see of Tom Baker? Or how many? You don't know, maybe you saw
I guess maybe all of them.
Maybe all of them. Because there's a lot of fucking Tom Baker.
Yeah, Mango said Peter Cushing did play the Doctor in 2 films. Yeah, the thing about... I've seen one of the Doctor Who films that Peter Cushing played him, and I didn't love it. I mean, I love Peter Cushing. I'll watch him in anything. But the film itself was not great.
In my opinion, I don't know if it's just the age and the time and place, but for me, Tom Baker is Doctor Who. Although that Eccleston dude, when the first one, when they rebooted Doctor Who...
I love Christopher
He was
Eccleston.
good, too.
He's great.
He was good, too.
He's good in everything.
Yeah. That was the first guy, right? No, Eccleston was the second guy. Who was the first one? He was kind of a tougher guy.
I don't remember.
He only did one or two seasons, I think. Eccleston was the guy that was... I don't know, I'm getting confused. You guys can probably correct me in the comment section. That very first one when they fucking brought Doctor Who back. I think he was on there for 1 or 2 seasons, maybe. But no, for me, fucking Doctor Who was always Tom Baker.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of Doctor Who, that's who I think of.
Yeah, it's like when you think of Captain Kirk, you think of William Shatner.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know. When you think of Dracula, you think of Bela Lugosi or Christopher Lee. One of those two.
Yeah.
Either one is acceptable. You don't usually think of Frank Langella, poor guy. No. Even though he played Dracula too. And I actually quite like that movie from 1978, but he only played him one time, so I guess that's all it is. Yeah, Mango said the films he made were based on 2 of the original show's stories. Yeah, I just remember, I can't remember which one I saw, but it was one of the ones that Peter Cushing was in, and I remember not liking it all that much. Yeah, Mango said Eccleston only did 1 season.
Yeah, Eccleston, that's what I'm talking about. He did 1 season. He did the first season. I was thinking of David Tennant. David Tennant is one.
Oh, yeah.
David Tennant was okay.
I love that guy.
He was okay.
But he was great on Jessica Jones.
Yeah, David Tennant was pretty good, but fucking Eccleston I thought was better because he would, even though the writing was not as good as the old fucking 70s writing. They took their time to tell the story. instead of trying to wrap it all up within an hour program, they'd let that shit go on for 4 or 5 hours. You know, like part 16. You know what I mean? And each one was like a half hour long, and that was just a lot better. You can watch all that on BritBox, but my favorite fucking one with Tom Baker would have been Doctor Who and the Genesis of the Dialects. I think that's about 6 or 7 episodes. That one's fucking great. Then I was big into fucking Doctor Who and the Talons of Wang Chiang, which is kind of like Doctor Who's version of fucking Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu.
Kind of. But there's a time traveler involved in it too. Grill. Fucking, and he was a fucking dude who in the late 90s got into a fucking experimental fucking time machine to escape a war crimes tribunal. And he ended up back in Victorian London. Well, he actually ended up in ancient China and was in there for like 500 years, staying alive by fucking vampirizing people with his technology, sucking the life out of young girls. And then he gets a whole tong of Chinese guys that worship him as a god, and they go to London, eventually. That's where Doctor Who meets him, and they got Wang Chiang is a fucking magician. He's kind of like a stage magician, but he's actually fucking Grill's right hand man. You find out later on. And there's all kinds of cool shit in that movie. A little cyborg named fucking Mr. Sin. And he was a little ventriloquist doll that when you weren't watching would get up and walk around and go kill people. It was an assassin. And it turned out that thing was from the 1990s also. A parallel 1990s, not our 1990s. It was a fucking robotic body being powered by a pig brain. It couldn't speak, but it was mean, and it would fucking obey fucking commands. It could understand speech. Mr. Sin. It was weird. And you could tell the actor who played him was either a child or a little person in this fucking costume with this fucking Chinese ventriloquist dummy mask on it. It was creepy, especially for the 70s. And I saw that shit in the late 70s. They played it on fucking public television here in the United States, in California, back in the 70s.
Old Restless says, nerd alert.
Oh, yeah.
I keep forgetting that we have BritBox.
Yeah, I have BritBox. I pay $1.99 a month for it.
Yeah, because it's an add-on.
It's an add-on, yeah.
For something, Amazon Prime.
We got to watch some old Doctor. You want to watch some Tom Baker with me? We'll watch some Tom Baker.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, the cool thing about BritBox, they have like all those like British, like all those old mysteries and all that other kind of stuff. I love that kind of shit.
There was another real good one, man. It was on there called the Santaran Experiment. That's what Doctor Who shows up on a weird planet, and they got these fucking soldiers from Earth, from the future, in the Earth being hunted down by this big robot, and this fucking little alien Santaran fucking clone warrior type guy was torturing these guys to figure out what the limits of human endurance were so they could plan their attack against Earth. That was a good one too, man. The British could come up with some fucking badass shit, especially back in the 70s and 80s. There was something about that generation, man. They could write stories. They came up with good shit. They made great movies. The Sinbad movies, Star Wars, that's just British movies, man. I grew up watching the fucking British fucking sci-fi. Fucking my babysitter taking me to go see that shit. Fucking Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger and At Earth's Core and fucking Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then fucking The Land That Time Forgot. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Did we review that?
We probably should.
I kind of feel like we did, but I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
That was with, what's his face? Doug McClure, right?
Yeah, I think he was in it. There was 2 of them.
Yeah.
The second one was really good. And it had fucking Tor was in it. Tor Johnson was in it. He played fucking the main king of the bad guys.
Remember that? That's right. Yeah, was that one? What's the one I'm thinking of? The one that had Doug McClure and Peter Cushing in it, and they had the thing that tunneled down into the Earth.
That was at Earth's Core.
Oh, okay, that was at Earth's Core.
Yeah,
I get those two mixed up.
That was a good one too. That also had fucking Caroline Munro in it.
Yeah, Caroline Munro was
her and her boobs were in it.
Yeah, because it's like 3 separate entities.
I had a huge crush on Caroline Monroe when I was a
think a lot
kid.
of people did back then.
God, she was so fucking hot.
She's not really my type, but she's like...
She was just a real good-looking British chick.
Right.
Real good-looking British chick. She had fucking black hair or dark brown hair. She was always fucking tan. She was kind of dark-skinned. And with these fucking bright blue eyes. I don't know if she tanned or if she maybe had...
She looked tanned.
Yeah, she was either tanned or she had some Hispanic bloodlines in her or something. But she just fucking looked great. She was very much a thing in the 70s. She was kind of like a 70s poster child. You know, all the women would tan and shit. Farrah Fawcett. She's like the British Farrah Fawcett for me. I thought she looked better than Farrah Fawcett. My friends were all into Farrah Fawcett.
I will concede that she's better looking than Farrah Fawcett. Although, like I said, it's kind of, I don't know. They each had their own thing going on. I don't really like to rank people like that because I don't really see people like that. It's like everybody has their own look, you know.
Back when I was 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, fucking all my friends were just fucking watching Charlie's Angels. They were just so much into fucking Farrah Fawcett. I didn't really see it. I mean, I thought she was... I liked fucking Caroline Monroe a lot better.
Who was the dark-haired one on Charlie's Angels?
Well, there was two of them. There was Kate, what's her name? Kate something or other, and the other one was not Cheryl Teagues, was it? No.
No, that wasn't Cheryl
No,
Teagues.
it was...
Shit, that was a long time
You guys
ago.
know who it is.
I had, back in the 70s, I had the Charlie's Angels lunchbox, the metal one.
Yeah.
And I was a cool kid like
My
that.
friend Mike, they had the Charlie's Angels posters. They even had a Charlie's Angels model that had the van.
I had the dolls.
Yeah, they had the van, yeah.
I had the dolls. They had little, I remember specifically because they weren't great. They weren't super high quality or anything. They came in like the set of 3 of them. And they each had a little, like cat suit.
Yeah.
Like one was yellow. I think Farrah Fawcett's was yellow. And then one of them had a red one and one of them had a white one. Maybe Farrah Fawcett was white. I can't remember.
Well, you know what time it is, right?
Yeah, it's about time. I know. I feel kind of bad because like Oracle just got here and she was just kind of like... Yeah, she said Ripbox is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, we got to go out tonight, so we couldn't stay on that long. Yeah, CB said, Jenny, if you didn't like a Doctor Who film, it was probably Doctor Who and the Daleks from 1965. Yes, that's exactly what it was. It had its moments, but I don't know. There was just something about it. It just seemed a little... I don't want to say incompetent, but it was just kind of like, you know, I couldn't really get into it. I couldn't really get into it. Yeah, he's saying Doctor Who Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD was the better. I'll have to watch that one then, because like the other one kind of soured me on the whole experience, you know. But like I said, I'll watch anything with fucking Peter Cushing in it because he rules. Mango says, have a look on BritBox, see if they have the 3-part show called Nightmare Man worth watching. Okay, I definitely will look that up. I just keep forgetting, because Tom just got it specifically, because like I said, it was just like a $1.99 add-on, like for Amazon Prime or whatever. And it's like he just got it for Doctor Who, and I keep forgetting that we have it, because we have so many other, you know, we have Netflix and Max and Hulu and Shudder and like all these other ones, and I just forget to fucking look on there, you know what I mean? And I probably should, because there's a lot of really good shit on there. Yeah, Kate Jackson, that's right. I thought she was hotter. Oracle said, y'all have fun. You look gorgeous, Jenny. Yeah, thanks. I feel like I said, I feel really bad, but yeah, tonight's the 10th anniversary of Memento Mori. So we're going to go and see what everyone's up to. But yeah, I got new wig on and just got to tighten the corset and get kind of going. Yeah, you need it. Well, come back up because you got to tighten my corset, remember? You probably can't hear me. All right, so we're going to wrap it up for this evening. Sorry we weren't on that long, but thanks everybody for dropping by. Thanks for super chats. We'll be back again on Monday night for a movie review. Don't know what movie it's going to be because we haven't watched one yet. So you'll be surprised, as we will. So yeah, have a good weekend, you guys, and we will see you guys again on Monday night. Good.